Welcome to the Women Getting Stupid Rich podcast. I'm your host, Jamie Blosman, and this is Season 1. I believe putting women in leadership roles is not the answer. I believe it's simply a band-aid, a distraction from the real solution. Quantum leap change for women happens when they own wildly successful and profitable businesses, creating thousands of bootstrapping self-made female millionaires and billionaires. This podcast allows you to ride shotgun with me as I launch my new business, Femcanic Tools. I will be documenting my full journey from $0 to the first million with a goal of doing it in 12 months. I will share all of the behind-the-scenes secrets of what works and what doesn't, using 100% of my own money with no day job. On your marks, get set, let's do this. Welcome to episode 4 of the Wgsr podcast. Are you ready to get real with me? I'm going to get real honest and say the things that a lot of people don't want to say, especially gurus out there. So what am I going to get real about? This journey of launching a business is an emotional roller coaster. There's days where you feel like you're on top of the world and you feel like you have it figured out. There's other days where you pause and you wonder, what the hell are you doing? Like, am I crazy for doing this? Let's talk about the real stuff about starting a business, launching a business, maintaining a business, all of those things. This podcast is about the real stuff, the fun stuff, the shitty stuff, and everything in between. So where am I at and what am I feeling right now? I feel a little lost right now, if I'm being honest. Like my gut tells me I'm on the right path, but I get frustrated. There is so much to do as a small business owner, especially as a bootstrapping small business owner. And for those of you who may not have heard of the term bootstrapping, what is bootstrapping? It's literally pulling up your boots and doing it yourself, not going and finding angel investors, not going and getting any special help. It's when you self-fund, you try to figure it out on your own. And maybe you did go find some angel investors eventually, but that doesn't mean you didn't start that way, which means that you started the bootstrapping way. Femcanic Tools is 100% bootstrap. Femcanic Garage was 100% bootstrap. Women's Motor Fest, 100% bootstrap. And it's not easy. I feel like every time I get one thing done or one thing figured out, it opens up the door for 100 other things that need done. Let me give you, for example. I get that websites aren't the answer for everything. I get that logos aren't the answer for everything, or that color schemes or branding, that's not everything. Totally get it. I get the value of having funnels. If you want to be successful online, or for that matter, anywhere selling a product now, you need to understand funnels. I get that. When you understand that and how to build a funnel and what are the best tools to use for building a funnel, especially from a bootstrapping perspective and a keep your costs as low as possible perspective, figured all that out. Not only do you need a funnel, now you need follow-up funnels. What is a follow-up funnel? All the follow-up emails. Is it necessary? Well, it depends on if you want to make money or not. The majority of sales happen after you present the sales message. Where do most small business owners fall flat on their face? Not creating follow-up funnels. Okay, great. So now I need follow-up funnels. I hate writing emails. I loathe it. Then it's like, okay, well, bring in a VA or bring in someone to help you do those things. Then you have to train them. And oh, by the way, you need to figure out how to send emails and get whitelisted for emails. So now you got to understand all of that too. SNTP, what's that? How do you get set up on AWS? Or could you just use Sendinblue or Active Campaign? What are the pros and benefits of that? But what if they get a burr up their ass and shut your account down, and now you lose all of your contacts. Has it happened? Yeah, I've read about it. It's happened. Could you imagine? I mean, that's no different than entrepreneurs setting up their entire business on Facebook. Talk about setting yourself up to fail. Geez, oh man, that's like giving your entire livelihood over to the Zucker crack and saying, hey, if you get pissed at me, I'll shut my business down. There is just so much, and it is so easy to feel overwhelmed and second guess yourself. If you're a small business owner, you get what I'm saying here. And what I can tell you is you're not alone. Now, the funny thing about us small business owners is that we have these moments of doubt. I have these moments of doubt. I think all of us do. The difference is I'm going to have this moment and then I move on and through it. I wake up the next day, I put my head down and I get after it again. And day over day over day, I'm going to keep doing that. I'll be the first to admit I have grossly overestimated what's possible in a year. I think I can do way more in 1 year. But now that I've been at this for so long, I've realized I've grossly underestimated what I can do in 3 and 5 years. The key is to just keep going to get to that point. Just keep uncovering rocks, I guess. But right now, I really want to say this to small business ownership. And, it's not easy. There's so much to do. There's so much to learn, but I was just feeling so stagnant in corporate America. It felt like Groundhog's Day, seriously. But this is the other extreme of it too. I feel like where, as a small business owner, I'm trying to get to, and I think we're all trying to get to, is that middle ground, right? You find that security and consistency that a corporate job provides, but the freedom and creativity and the constant drive of what's next, the not settling, resting on your laurels and contentment, right? That small business ownership offers. And that's what I'm in search of, is that middle ground. Now, I've helped a lot of other companies become wildly successful, but it's different when you're doing it for yourself. It's crazy saying that, but it's almost easier doing it for someone else, helping someone else. And then when it gets to helping yourself, it's almost like you can't see the forest through the trees. And that's where this is at. So I'm going to continue documenting and sharing with you my insights, the highs, the lows, and everything in between. And I would love to hear from you. What are you experiencing? What are your fears? Because I'll tell you what, sitting here recording this right now, it can feel kind of isolating and lonely. So I want to hear from you. Selfishly, I'm creating this community, this Femcanic Tools community of bootstrapping female entrepreneurs and small business owners, maybe selfishly, because I want to surround myself with other like-minded women, because this is a spiritual process as much as it is a professional process around, figuring out who I really am, because that directly is reflected in the business I'm creating. And it's also a spiritual experience, because in order for me to go to that next level and take the company to that next level, that means I have to let go of things and people that are no longer serving me to get to that next level. So hit me up down below, leave some comments, share your information, share with me your triumphs, your struggles. Are you picking up what I'm throwing here? Is it making sense? And I feel like that's often why I interview other women is to just know, am I crazy? Am I the only one going through this? Does anyone else feel that way? Does anyone else feel what I'm feeling? Or when they're trying to do this thing? That's why I interview women, I think, to maybe it's validation to know that I'm not crazy, or I'm not alone, or it's not just me. So if you are feeling or can relate to anything that I'm saying, drop some comments down below, because I got you. I got you. I know what you mean. So where are we at right now? Where we're at right now is we are getting ready to prepare our webinar. That's going to be the kickoff of our value ladder that we're putting together of products and services to help other small business owners. So have we figured a lot of this stuff out? We have. We are very far down the line. A lot of the stuff that I've just described, the funnels, the SMTPs, the websites, all that stuff we've done, right? That doesn't mean it's not challenging. And we've learned some great things and of what to do and some things to definitely avoid. And ultimately, I want to pass that knowledge on to all of you to help other women speed their process up to wealth. And that's the ultimate goal here. So this is Jamie B signing off. I'm glad you're here with my journey. And hopefully I don't crash and burn all of this. I know I won't. I know it'll all work out. But there are moments where it gets incredibly frustrating and overwhelming. And I just want you to know you are not alone in this. And we can help each other.